17 and 19. And before we get into that, and the one after that, I believe, also deals with this vocabulary. So we have two types of studies we do. One's an observational, one's experimental. Observation, we're just collecting data, observing data. We are not making any attempt to influence that situation by having some kind of a treatment. An experiment, the way you tell the difference is an experiment has to have some kind of a treatment. We are actively trying to change the situation with an experiment. So with experiments come a couple other things. We need a control group. One group we do nothing to, and then we measure the data. The other one that gets the treatment, so we can do a comparison. Was it the treatment that did it, or was it the study that made things better or worse? In a control group, another thing that can happen, especially if there's a medication or something, there is this psychological thing that sometimes we do better if we think we're just getting a treatment, whether we are actually getting one or not. So there is oftentimes something that's used called a placebo, and which leads to a placebo-controlled experiment. Placebo is a fake pill, a sugar pill, something that does not have the active ingredients that they're trying to test for, or it's a treatment that's not intended really to do anything, but to kind of just feel like the people are getting a treatment. That is the placebo, so that it kind of supposed to level it out, so people don't know that they're being treated or not, whether they're in the control group or not the control group. So when a placebo is used, it introduces something called a blinding for the study, that the participants, this is a single blind, participants do not know which group they're in. Sometimes you have to let the people know it's a treatment of, we're going to teach you how to take a math test. So we give you those training, and then we give another group who doesn't get the training. So, but if we've got a placebo, the individuals don't know which group they're in. And finally, there's also oftentimes where we need to have a double blind, where the researchers that are involved with the participants also don't know which one is in which group, because oftentimes they're looking for symptoms, they're looking for things that they might be biased if they knew which person was in the control group and which participant was in the treatment group. Okay, so let's take a look. 17 gives us a study, and asks if it's observational or experimental. The temperature on randomly selected days throughout the year is measured. So we're measuring something. We're not doing anything to try to affect that temperature. So since there is no effect, no treatment on the temperature for 17, we'll say that's an observational study. Cross this off. If you have dyslexia, sometimes that happens, and I do. Just a number comes out. I don't know why I wrote 12, but it's 19. So let's take a look at 19 and decide whether it's observational or experimental. Is there a treatment here? A questionnaire is distributed assessing attitudes. So we're trying to find out attitudes, not influence them. So since it's just asking opinions, getting them back, we will say this is observational. There was no treatment. Just trying to get information. That's the difference between experiments and observations.